Hi, I'm Dr. Marcia Steingraber, back again with a Quicksilver product. Today we're going to talk about stress and anxiety, which I see all the time in my practice. I want those of you who don't live in South Florida to have access to some of the amazing products that I have found help manage stress. And so today we're going to do a video of GABA with L-Theanine to tell us all about this amazing product, why you need it, and how it works is, again, our co-star, our superstar, Brady Rude with Quicksilver.
GABA, L-Theanine.
What does GABA do?
So some people say GABA. Doesn't matter how you say it. It is a neurotransmitter. So what does that mean? It's a chemical that your body makes to make the brain work as it should.
Amazing.
So GABA is the main inhibitory neurotransmitter. It calms the brain down. It shuts things off in the brain that need to be shut off. It is what's responsible for when you fall asleep. Why does your brain shut off in ways that allow you to fall asleep?
To shut off your brain,
yes.
To have a key,
yes.
To calm your brain down,
yes.
is so huge.
Absolutely.
The only other thing that I've found other than this that will do that is acupuncture.
Absolutely. Well, I don't know too much about acupuncture. You're the expert here on that. But I would bet there's something it absolutely would have to do with GABA.
What an amazing tool.
Exactly. Now, but you can't just, and this is important, right? We talked about liposomes. Unfortunately, GABA, because it's a neurotransmitter and it's supposed to be inside the brain, your body does not recognize it very well when it's outside of the body. So when you take a GABA supplement, most of the GABA is actually destroyed in the gut, right? Like it's used to being in the body. It's not really an outside chemical. GABA that's in a nanoliposome can, in theory and in practice, we see that it probably does cross the blood-brain barrier.
Amazing.
So when GABA crosses the blood-brain barrier, it's then able to be used in the brain as it should be, and it's an endogenous, so it's not foreign. It's not a foreign chemical, so your body knows what to do with it. So GABA will help supply the brain with what it needs to really balance that high alert versus the calm, parasympathetic, sympathetic, calm, not calm relationship. Without going too deep into it, there's GABA and glutamate. Glutamate in the brain is the alert, awake, and there's a balance. And if that balance is way too high, that's where anxiety, stress, and you can't sleep. So we need to balance that out. GABA will help balance that out.
So it can't be stated enough the importance of allowing your nervous system to go into parasympathetic. It is so important in our society in particular. I feel like most people spend a good 80% of their day in sympathetic, which is unsustainable. That's the reason why we're seeing the brain and the body break down. Brain fog, inability to think, not making decisions, feeling this frozen, I can't move, I can't do anything. Procrastination, I believe, is anxiety driven and stress driven. A lot of performing normal daily activities are being obstructed because we're not allowing our brains to rest, to go into parasympathetic. This product is so important for functioning of your brain.
I think you're exactly right about people being in sympathetic.
They live in sympathetic. So and even when you get home and you're supposed to be able to relax, you've got 10 million other things to do.
Right, you got an email coming through and you just don't
have
relax.
There's no downtime.
Yep. And people might not know parasympathetic and sympathetic, but they definitely know fight or flight. And when you're in fight or flight, you're not in rest and digest. So there's fight or flight, rest and digest. And there's really fight, flight, freeze, and rest, digest, detox. And so when you're not in your parasympathetic state, you're not able to you're not able to decompress and get all the bad stuff from the day out. And that means on a cellular level.
We call it a reset.
Exactly.
You have to reset our sleep cycle.
And GABA, we talked about GABA. L-Theanine.
Tell me about L-Theanine.
It's so important. So L-Theanine.
And then why are they married in this formula?
Yes, that's a great question. You see right on GABA plus L-Theanine. They are equally as important on the bottle.
Is made to reset.
Exactly.
If this helps rest the brain so that a patient or a person can fall asleep, sign me up.
Exactly. So L-theanine is this amino acid that is found in nature, and your body does not produce it. So it's an essential amino acid, which means you need to get it from outside sources. Most of the time we get L-theanine naturally from green tea. Green tea produces L-theanine, like if you have a green tea extract or just drinking green tea, there's L-theanine. So what does L-theanine do? A lot of people know L-theanine for its calming effects, especially to balance out caffeine-driven jitters and anxiety.
Right.
So it balances the brain chemistry and the chemicals in the brain, the neurotransmitters in the brain, to allow more of a calm environment in the brain. L-theanine is not in all of our Starbucks drinks or all of our Dunkin' drinks or all of our coffee that we get. And so people drink a lot of coffee and they get these jitters, so you can take L-theanine to help with that. It may help support calmness after that.
So you don't have to just take this at night. You're saying that situationally,
Yes.
if you're feeling
Yes.
a little too revved up, this is you can just take a pump or two of this under your tongue or in your mouth. Let it sit for 90 seconds. That's how you take these.
At least 30 seconds, if you can. I just
hold it until it disappears.
Exactly. Yeah, and you can actually feel them disappear. It's amazing. So what L-theanine does is it allows for that neurochemical balance for calmness. And a lot of people know it for what it can do with caffeine, but it's way bigger than that.
That's amazing.
Yes, it can just help the balance. So when we talk about GABA and glutamate balance, L-theanine's in there as another driver of that balance. And like you said, you can take it anytime, anywhere. It's not supposed to be sedating. Some people, disclaimer, may feel drowsy effects from these.
Right.
They may, but it's not designed to.
Right.
And so if you're looking for something that might just take the edge off before that morning meeting, or if you drank too much coffee, or you were a little wound up this weekend and you need to relax, these two very simple products may support that balance in your brain.
It sounds like something like this would be great for the Sunday scaries for all my friends who like to have a little bit too much fun on the weekends.
Absolutely.
Everybody's going back to school and going back to college, and they're going to be with their friends more.
Yep.
This is a product that I would send to your children, your college-age children.
I'm so glad you brought that up. I want to talk about something really quick, because everyone knows let's talk about alcohol.
Yes.
Right? Alcohol, it calms you, it relaxes you.
At the time. Mm-hmm.
Exactly. At the time. That's driven by GABA in the brain. So what happens with alcohol is when you drink it, more GABA is able to be used in the brain and used in these neurons. And but what happens is you have a rebound once the alcohol is worn off. Absolutely. So those Sunday scaries, you wake up with some anxiety.
You even try to go to sleep with the Sunday scaries. And
yes, and you can't ever notice how when someone you can drink enough alcohol to make you fall asleep, but it doesn't mean you're getting great sleep, because the GABA, there's so much GABA, and then there's a rebound effect where the neurotransmitter that makes you awake is jumping up higher. And so when you have GABA that has been depleted from a night of alcohol, you may need and you may benefit from supplementing with GABA. And the only GABA that we know that crosses the blood-brain barrier is GABA that's in nanoliposomes.
I love that. I feel like that's very useful. Again, with the excessive caffeine consumption that I'm finding with patients as well.
I'm guilty of it as well.
I feel like between those two things, also, I kind of feel like eating on the go and not taking time to sit and have a meal and relax and just hang out. All of the resetting that is so essential for our brain, this product's gonna be amazing. Now, as a side note, I would add glutathione with this if you were really trying to reset after a weekend of too much sun,
for sure,
too much pizza, too much caffeine, too much Diet Coke, too much booze. I feel like this would be, and also not everybody can take Benadryl. To relax. Not everybody can take a Xanax. I know some of those drugs are very dangerous.
Absolutely can.
If we can find a way for your brain to be able to reset itself without causing damage in other areas, I feel like that's a great product to have.
Absolutely.
All upside, no downside.
Absolutely.
All right, so our sister product.
Yes.
I think we need to go over next, because we do offer a stress bundle, and let's get to that. And then our one after this will be glutathione. So get all three.
Yes, absolutely.
I mean, why not?
I mean,
send it to everybody you know.
Yeah, and they're not expensive.
No, they're not expensive. They do need to be refrigerated.
That's true.
Yes. All right. Bye, guys. See you in a minute.
Thank you.